A word for our listeners. Season 2 of Masks of Nyarlathotep is set in the 1930s and 40s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It's not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Nerds Domain gaming podcast. Join us each week as our investigators uncover the corruption of the mythos in World War II. Starring George Chimples, Rob Walker, Phil Durham, Shirley Niedzwiecki, and Jestin Kimmet, with Matt Quiett running the table as keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed Nazi cultists await you just beyond this music. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. I am Matt, and I'm here with Shirley.
Hello.
Rob.
I'm having a good time.
Giorgio.
I need it less than my headphones.
You need...
I need it less than my cans.
And Phil.
I want to give it to you more in your cans.
No, turn my headphones down.
Okay, so we're going to move on.
No, I'm dead serious.
Be serious, like turn yourself down.
Is that better?
Sure.
Okay, because I have to have you up at least a little bit, or Shirley won't know that she's not on mic.
Great.
She doesn't know anyways.
True story.
If I'm going to get hit, I'm going to at least earn it.
That's fair. All right, so let's get back to the game and talk about where we were, since we've been asked for a recap by one of the players.
Yo.
Last we left you guys, you are leaving Rome, headed to Malta, after fighting some serpent people in the tunnels below Rome, and acquiring some sort of magical item. You don't know quite what it is, but you have a journal that is important, and you don't know quite what's going on. You did realize that it is clearly Atlantean, and you killed a bunch of serpent people on the way. So that'll catch you up on what we have done. Is that good?
So how are we heading to Malta?
By boat.
Okay.
Since it's an island.
Man, you love them boats.
I do.
Yes, deep ones attack us.
So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and up our skills. All right, so we are also going to heal some sanity because you guys have successfully kept the knocked wolf from taking a piece of some sort of ancient artifact.
It's a little early to say.
No, I mean you have one piece of it, so you succeeded on that one small goal.
But they could still come kill us and take it from us.
That's true. What would you guys prefer? Would you rather me give you a static number that everyone regains, or would you like to roll dice?
Make them roll dice. I don't have sanity to begin with. I don't care either way. Make them roll dice. Nobody is really... Okay, so we'll just give you... roll. You'll roll a d6 and gain back 6 for stopping the knocked wolf, and then you'll also gain back 1 additional for helping a statue.
So a d6 plus 1?
Yes. All right, and Phil, you said you wanted to also heal, so you'll have a week, so you can roll a d3. If anybody else took damage, you're gonna have a week, so you can roll a d3 as well.
Thank you.
Also, during this time, if there are any languages, because you're going to take a week, I'll explain what exactly is going on, but you can take a week while traveling. If there are any languages you guys want to pick up, I will let you go ahead and get started on those.
Can we train up on languages?
Yeah. If you already know a language, no. It's if you don't know a language and you want to know at least a little bit to understand what's going on. Like, I don't know. If anybody other than Astor wants to speak Italian, now's the time to pick up a little bit of Italian.
I'll pick up Italian.
So can I study up on Atlantean?
No, you don't need to do that.
What?
No, that's a fair question.
No, I liked the initiative there to be like, okay, let's pick
I mean, it's a
Can
solid
I
question.
study up
Draconic?
on Atlantean?
Well, do you have Atlantean? I thought you had a little bit.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, so you can't. I just said only if you don't already have it. Yeah, Rob, if you want to pick up Atlantean, that's fine.
I do.
If he gets more than me, I'm gonna be upset.
Roll a
I'm the
d4
one
and add
with the
1.
occult stuff.
Okay.
That's what you get
How
in
many did
Atlantean.
you get?
24.
Are we all rolling d4s plus 1?
Yes. If you're going to pick up something you don't already have.
4 plus 1? How could I get 24?
Because you're a jerk and you're going to write down whatever you want. That's what she thinks.
I would do it.
Okay. So you guys head back to Malta. When you arrive there, you are given a very, very short debriefing. Basically, the person that has been handling you in Malta, Captain Clydesdale or something, I don't know. That's what we're going to go with. He tells you that once you arrive, he just wants to get a very brief overview of what happened. You explain that to him, and then he tells you that you have been, a request has come through for you to go back to London. Professor Weld is looking forward to talking to Evelyn about what she's found and to help her kind of decode what she's been doing. And the other three of you, there's a mission on the home front that they would like you to look into.
Can I change what language I learned to British?
Do you speak English already?
Yes.
Okay, then you should be pretty good on British.
Okay.
So, all sound good?
Yeah?
No thoughts?
I don't ever have those.
How are we getting
About
from
what?
Malta to?
On a boat.
We covered that.
Stupid.
No. You asked how you were getting from Rome to Malta. That's on a boat. Now he's asking a separate question.
I'm on a
Malta
boat,
to
man.
London.
How long is that?
How long is what?
Malta
Malta to
to
England?
yeah.
That's a week. That's why you got all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
All right, so you guys head back to London. Shirley, Evelyn is going to take some time off
Yes.
to finish reading the book, decipher
Yes.
what to do with the compass, and learn some Atlantean. Did you put her back already?
Yeah, I put her back.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and do this right now on mic. You're going to raise your Cthulhu by 4, your occult by 5. Your Atlantean is going to go to a 25.
Nice. Ha ha.
You're also going to lose 2 sanity.
What? I just.
You know
it
what?
was back.
That's what is going on.
Sucker!
I don't want to forget to do this later. That's why we're doing it now.
So 25 occult's doing what?
We'll do it live.
Occult goes up 5. Cthulhu goes up 4. Atlantean goes up to 25.
25. Cthulhu goes up by what?
4.
Slowly.
Meanwhile, the rest of you are everybody's debriefed once you get back to London officially. They walk you through, question what happened, where it was, to get all the details. Everything goes through with the debriefing just fine.
How do they react to the snake people stuff?
How do they erect it?
How do they react to
React-
the snake people?
That's what I heard him say. That's what I was trying to figure out.
I also heard him say that, but then I'm like, no, the word he means.
They seem less surprised than you would expect.
Cool.
So they're holding stuff out on us.
You haven't asked.
I'll ask.
What would you like to ask?
Beyond wolf people and snake people, are there any other kind of beast people that we should be aware of? Or any other kind of strange...
Mole people?
There are a lot of strange creatures out there.
Crab people.
Do you have any, like, information or training on these things?
There are books that you can read. Professor Weld can walk you through what he would suggest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know, Astor. You're going to want to read everything. It's like a professor all over again. He's going to end up getting bit by a werewolf.
That's not canon.
Yeah, it is. You laid in a hospital, faked getting bit by a werewolf.
But I didn't get bit by a werewolf.
I
That's
know.
not canon.
That's never mind.
That was a different character in a different timeline that no longer exists.
But there was a different professor that killed a girl,
Yeah,
That wasn't me either.
that's true.
but it was a professor.
I'm sad I missed
I'm
the
just
opportunity.
saying, professors wise, 2 out of 3
Ain't bad.
ain't bad for going evil.
Hmm.
That's what Meatloaf tells us. All right, so Evelyn is going to take the time off and research.
Going back to Miskatonic?
No. You're staying
am
in
I?
London. Weld
Oh,
is in
in
London.
Okay.
Weld's been in London the whole time you guys have been in Europe.
Okay.
I may have asked this before, but what's Weld wearing?
He is in,
Pajamas.
no,
Whoa.
no. Actually, he is in a proper suit. He's
What?
been in a proper suit the whole time he's been teaching. His pajama wearing days are past after some mental stresses.
They were never pajamas anyways. That was just your culturally insensitive way of looking at them.
Wow, man.
I knew that.
Truth bomb. Pow, 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 pow. It's a song a sound a bomb makes.
So the other three of you are introduced to a woman who has sat through some of your debriefings. You've seen her around, but have not been properly introduced to her. You can describe yourself however you want, but note your characteristics. You are rather small physically.
Oh, we have a homunculus.
Yes, she's 2 foot tall.
Oh my gosh, who is that woman on NCIS Los Angeles? I totally want to
No
be
idea.
her.
I thought you were going to be Kristen Chenoweth.
You could be the
did you say
lady from
that?
Poltergeist who says this house is clean.
Yeah, you're not that old.
Not that. I'm 24.
So,
You could be the young version of her.
this is Rebecca. I'm sorry, Lady Rebecca Northcote. She will be.
Northcott.
No, actually, I put a pronunciation guide on there. Very top.
Oh, that's a U, not a O. I need to get my glasses. God dang it. Northcott.
Do you need your glasses seriously?
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah, no, that lady, Shirley.
Yes.
So
What
Edna
happens when
mode.
Matilda
I love
grows up.
her.
Edna mode. You're playing Edna mode.
A very young version of Edna Mode.
Okay, so
I don't know this Depeche
You
Mode.
said I was
you don't know who
small.
Edna Mode is? Oh, that's right. You don't like superheroes. Never mind. She's the lady in Incredibles that makes the super suits.
Oh, I got that. I know who that is.
Yeah, Edna Mode.
Okay.
Edna Mode.
I got it.
Shirley. Phil is trying to help you out with visuals.
Oh, wow.
So I'm interested.
You've
Phil
kind
said
of.
it.
You have a small size. What is your appearance based on selecting this woman?
What does that even mean?
Is she a dime piece? Is what he's asking.
17. I don't know what that means.
Out of 18?
Your appearance is 17?
Yep.
Means you're a dime piece.
There you go. Who's Kristen Chenoweth?
She was in the last
In The Boy Next Door, she plays Jennifer Lopez's best friend, and she's like the vice principal, and she gets crushed by an engine block.
She's Easter.
Ew. She's. Oh, I love her.
No, she's annoying.
Whatever.
This is Rebecca. She will be walking you through your next mission. You guys can procure anything you need before going.
I still have some silver bullets left over for whatever reason.
When did you guys make silver bullets?
I don't know, but we did, and I have them still.
Oh no, because you were in Switzerland, right? And you had them made
Something
there.
like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
That's fine as long as it's on your sheet.
It's on my sheet.
I'm fine with that.
While he's waiting, Carlos lights a cigarette.
That's very bad for you.
He takes a drag.
Ugh.
Can I bum one of those?
Yep, he gives one to Blake. He takes another drag.
Oh my God.
I light up.
You guys are. See, I knew this was gonna happen.
It's the 30s. Smoking is not a big deal.
No, I'm talking about the pressure.
Is it the afternoon?
Yeah. You've
there-
had tea.
As I smoke,
Is there
I
a drink
contemplate.
card?
I look out the
9
window
in
and
the
I
afternoon.
contemplate the sun, the passage of time, waiting for the briefing to begin.
There is not a drink cart. There is a globe that opens.
Gentlemen, I'm Lady Rebecca Northcott of Eidsley. I will be leading.
Phil has a
your-
question. Hold on.
Yes.
No, Blake has a question.
Blake has a
Blake.
question.
So,
Like
who are
an
you?
actual lady?
Introduce yourself.
We've been in meetings before.
Yes, but I wasn't paying attention to you.
I see. Wow. My name is Blake.
Blake. Yes, lady. My father was John Northcott, 5th Earl of Eidsley. We'll be going on a mission. Our mission will be to investigate Lord Reginald Wilkerson III. He is thought to have contacts with the occult and possibly... Wait, what have you encountered out in the field?
Snake people, wolf people, god people.
There may be some of that along the way, if you're up for that.
I think we set fire to his wife.
You set fire to his
Well,
wife.
technically,
The house that she was in.
and then someone shot her a lot.
Who shot her? Was that me or someone else?
I think that was Brian.
Probably.
We
I
tried to
can-
set fire to and shot his wife.
Definitely say it wasn't my character.
No, it definitely
Has
wasn't.
anyone seen her again?
No, is she still
You
around?
you do know that he has been with his wife, Nalani.
Well, you weren't successful. He was seen again with her. Nalani.
In England?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, she won't be happy to see us.
Well, so she knows you two.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
She took us to Dream Country.
We may need
took
to
you
get
to Dream Country.
We may need to get
And
the
he took you to Flavor Country.
I'm waiting patiently for the shenanigans to end.
I've been waiting a while.
we may need to get disguises for you if they know your face. We will be going to a party at the Wilkerson's estate. I've acquired 4 invites. Sir Blake, you will be my escort.
All right.
And our mission is to acquire any thing that would link him to the occult. Any associations of any form of such.
So we're gathering evidence for a legal proceeding against him?
Oh, someone's gonna die.
I don't know. Let's ask the game master.
So what you would understand is that as a lord, without hard standing evidence, you can't just accuse him of anything. Like you can't be like, oh, he did this. Without evidence, it doesn't have any weight, and it's actually quite scandalous against the person accusing him. So for the government to act against him, they need evidence.
Well, so here's, I guess,
Are you laughing because there's a mirror to our modern world?
No. Carlos has some good plans. We'll discuss those later.
Oh, do they include explosives
Oh, 100% yes.
and lighting things on fire?
We can use incendiaries if we should
So-
choose, yeah.
I'm confused. The government is going to charge him with what, indecency? Like, if it
He married a
doesn't seem like
ghost.
coming straight at him for what he's actually doing, being that no one's going to believe the types of things that we all know to be true is going to be very logical. It seems like you want to pin something else on him.
She's not a ghost. She's a zombie.
Well, we are looking to discredit him in society.
Yeah,
So we want to
I'll
get
discredit him.
evidence that he's like crazy, even though we know that he's not crazy. But
I'll discredit him with a 500-pound bomb in his basement.
So we're not looking to go that far.
Then
We?
why
Who's-
did you
who's
call
we?
us?
Was that the Queen?
Well, all of us are going.
Yeah.
yeah, but we can have different motives or approaches. It's best for all on the same page. But you're new here. You didn't even pay attention to me before.
I've been here a lot longer than you.
And how much field work have you done?
It's in your notes. This is your first
I
assignment.
know.
Okay.
Did you tell him?
I didn't tell them anything.
We
Phil's
were all going to ask that.
Phil's just being ornery tonight.
I like it, Phil. Keep it up. This is the Blake I was looking for.
I was going to
Anytime there's a new person on the team, I tend to get a little.
ask if you did.
The
So
other gentleman in the room speaks up. And he says, practicing the occult at this point in time would be considered a danger and could be grounds for charges of treason.
He was buddies with the Nazis in Germany. He had him at this house party.
And once there was a war declared, he cut his ties officially. That's we can't hold things against him for what he did in the past,
He's married to a demon worshiper.
which is part of what we're asking you to prove.
Prove nothing. We don't need to put this guy on trial. We're
I feel this is a rambunctious
doing
bunch.
intelligence work, right?
They are very they have very specific opinions.
I propose
We're allowed
that-
to do wet work, right?
Exactly.
The Section M in this matter, Section M is not requesting
No.
any sort of wet work.
Requesting?
well, right. No, it's
We would not
they will not.
we would
it's-
not sanction that sort of action against a lord.
It's
I will-
deniability, Blake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're on the same
Blake
page.
winks.
Do you say
We're on the
that
same-
out? Do you say
Yeah.
that out loud?
This is all in character.
Gentlemen, we will not be doing any such.
No, I got you.
No.
I,
Thumbs
Yeah.
up.
I, pulled
I
my,
hear you. Thumbs up.
All I've done is I've been
can we
quiet
get
the
a
whole time,
different
and I pulled my
team?
boot knife out, and I've been playing with it on my finger, the tip of it on my finger.
Oh, I'm with savages. I can't. I can't.
You know, nobles.
Ladies.
You gotta leave the dirty work to the hardworking people. The lower classes and ilk.
I'm sorry.
All I do is flip my collar.
Some work under my belt. So
Yes.
don't try to sully my.
So, like, when he gets discredited, is he actually going to go, like, are you going to try to put him into a jail? Like, are you trying to discredit him so he doesn't have access to powers and abilities? Like,
Once he's discredited, he will lose his social ties, which are part of what's protecting him. If he's discredited, then we can bring charges against him and remove him and place him under guard, not in jail, not put him on trial, arrest him.
Give me a night when the blitz is particularly heavy. Put me up there with a dive bomber, and I'll give you a 500-pounder right down his chimney.
I'm going to smile and nod.
and we can make sure that they don't leave.
And then hopefully they won't come back from the dead again.
Will your dive bomber also provide evidence for any links that he would have to others within the country?
Well, you can go to the house afterwards and check.
And your dive bomber will leave evidence and check.
It
doesn't blow up the
won't
whole
be
house.
there.
Unless you want to give me one of those Lancasters. Flatten the whole countryside.
There are more implications that could be made here than just what the Lord Wilkerson is up to. There are more things that we need to know.
Fair enough.
We're asking you to gather evidence. Now, at the end of gathering that evidence, if Lord Wilkerson dies from mysterious causes, we will not turn our backs on you, but we are not requesting that what work is done.
What about his wife?
Kill her.
I'd love to.
Legally, she is an Egyptian. She's an Egyptian national and is applied for British citizenship. But if there's a rotten egg there, Wilkerson is not the worst of it.
I mean, I don't think she's human.
Yes.
Is Weld at this meeting?
No. No. It's they're in a different building. Like, they're not normally in a different building. But during your debriefing, Evelyn left and they went to another building to study things. It seems a little odd, but now that you know what they're talking about, it may be that they're protecting him from past trauma.
That's something my character realizes.
Yeah. I mean, if you've heard stories that Wilkerson and Weld used to interact together, so that could be a very volatile situation.
Who's the second best person in Section M to ask about how to kill Wilkerson's wife?
What was your character's name?
Okay, great.
So, yeah, your previous professor, John Washington, William Washington, I don't know, Bob Washington. He would be the most knowledgeable at this point on how to potentially kill Nalani.
Okay.
And to give you guys an idea, when you guys came over from America and were quote unquote lent to Section D to form from the FBI to Section D to form Section M that you're now in, there was a small group of people that came with you, probably another 10. Weld is part of that. So is Dr. Washington. There's probably 7 or 8 other people that are support staff that are not field people but support staff. You got a dude who does payroll, Jimmy.
There's Jimmy in payroll.
Yeah, Jimmy and payroll.
Do you have an issue with your stub?
Yeah. So, he would be the best to talk to about that.
Quick note for a player. What's the relationship between now Lonnie and Nitocris? Do we know of any? Or
It was hinted that they're the same person. You're
Okay.
pretty sure they're the same person. You have
Right.
no proof, but it's. I mean, it's like
yeah, and Nitocris, to go back, is a ancient Egyptian wife of a pharaoh.
she was an ancient
She-
priestess during the
right.
Black Pharaoh's reign.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But she's like one evil. Yeah.
Yeah, she was raised.
You were there.
No, I know she's not a nice lady. I was just trying to remember exactly what her occult connotations are.
Yeah, she was raised from the dead. She is a priestess. She's
Right.
very much. You would say probably, from what you have been told, probably about as powerful as it gets.
And like a 4,000-year-old priestess or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
And now she has access to wealth as well, which, modern day wealth, and she's been around for over a decade, so she's been able to establish quite a bit probably.
What kind of insurance do they have on this estate? Can we research that?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
My business skill.
I'd say that's probably more like library use.
Just get Jimmy to do it.
Yeah, Jimmy and payroll can do that.
Yeah, I want some forensics accounting guys on this.
So is there anything else?
Okay,
Any
so
other questions?
yes. So turning back to Lady Northcutt here. So Blake's to be your escort. What about the rest of us?
You'll be guests that will be attending with us.
Ah,
Now,
Our team, such as it is.
it would not be expected for you to be searched to the party, but you would not be expected to be carrying any weapons. So anything heavy caliber or large guns are not going to be something you can get in. You're probably looking at smaller pistols, if anything. Maybe some knives.
My R2D2 knife.
Yes, your R2D2 knife is good to go.
what kind of backup can we expect? Any kind of extraction?
We can have some agents standing by, but police, you may be on your own. If Lord Wilkerson can accuse you of something and have you arrested with cause, there's not much that we can do in the immediate. You'll be jailed, and that.
Oh, I'm not worried about him arresting me.
Okay.
I think this sounds like a
No.
suicide mission personally, but
I'm more concerned about being recognized and
just-
deciding to just dispatch us.
But
but
if he
if
sees
you're
you,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, if he sees you in public and recognizes you, then we're more apt to bring out the bad side of him, so to speak.
so we're supposed to go in and rattle his cage.
Part of this is
bit.
if you can't get evidence and we can't prove that he is a negative force to the empire.
This is proper society party.
Yeah.
And if you act like that,
But for him
I
to act
just-
out at this party would lose him quite a bit of credibility and connections, which is helpful.
so
And that's just acting out. That if he actually murdered you there, we would have everything we needed.
Cool.
But that's not our intent.
So we're sacrificial.
No, that
Mhm.
is not our intent.
Well, you heard this is an upper
our
crust
intent
party.
is to sneak into his study and get the records that we need.
Why do you believe the records are in the study?
I mean, it's-
Reconnaissance has been done. We do have inside man.
We do?
Okay. Sorry, I was confused by that one. Like what?
How would we have gotten that information?
I
That's all
did
I'm
I
saying.
say anything about it being in the study? Because there's nothing in
You
that.
said it's in the
Show me.
How many Bothans died to get us this information?
right.
Many.
Manny
I coulda
Bothans
swore
died.
you
Well,
said
the
you
Bothans
have
had
to
a loud
go
of 7, though, right, Rob?
While you're
They
at
had
the
a loud of
party.
7. You got to be careful with your louds.
Yeah.
You need to be careful. Okay, no.
There's nothing about a study.
Oh my god.
There's nothing about a
I
study.
totally carried that over from the other game.
Oh, you're playing Clue?
Pipe wrench in the
Yes.
study,
Yes.
Colonel Wilkerson.
Maybe
first
it's the
name?
conversation that we
Colonel.
had. You said I needed to go find
What's your first
evidence. Blah blah blah.
Colonel.
You need to go to this room. I said, oh, it's like
I didn't give you a
hiding-
specific room, no.
hiding the books under my dress in that.
Yeah, that we talked about, but I never
Yeah.
mentioned a room.
So are we striking that, or are we playing?
We're
No,
striking,
striking
that.
that.
Do not know. Good God, you guys are going to go look for a room that doesn't exist, and then everyone's going to die.
I'm
He's
sure
gotta
he has
have
a
a
study.
He has a study. We're just gonna search
Hey,
that
this
study
is
high
his-
and
I'm
low.
just gonna take a shit in it.
This is his vacation estate, guys, in the middle of a swamp.
Wait,
Oh, so
what?
he won't miss it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You will be going to the Miser House.
It's in a swamp?
Yeah.
God, we're
And
totally
actually, when
dying.
he says Miser House, the Astor has no idea. Carlos and Brian, you've heard of the Miser House. It was there was something about a stele and a man being sacrificed. Weld has talked about it before.
There's a stele at the house?
Yeah. So the stone stele,
Like in front of it?
like kind of behind it.
Yeah, I want to know about this. Like, what's the dates, provenance of this kind of thing? What?
So the house itself was previously owned by the Pinhue Foundation and was lived in by a man named
Tim.
No, it's not Tim.
It's Alfred Penhue.
Author?
No, Aubrey Pinhue went missing with the Carlisle expedition.
Right.
This was the other guy that ran the Pinhue Foundation while he was gone. Essentially, remember when you guys went and rescued Johnny's character?
Yes.
That's this house.
Yep.
But there wasn't a swamp.
It was in a swamp the whole time.
We came off of a lake or something.
No, you went across a bridge, except for your guys that went across on boats because it's on
So,
an island.
For
In the
Carlos's
swamp.
sake, and
Okay.
I'll say he looks at this later, but the stele, do we have is it Celtic? Did someone bring it over from
It's
Egypt?
Egyptian.
Okay.
And the word miser means Egyptian.
Okay.
MISR.
So it's like a colonial possession that they brought over and
Yeah.
installed there. Okay.
Which is odd, but not completely out of the ordinary.
Could you push it over, or do you need some sort of earth-moving equipment?
It's huge.
You'd likely need earth-moving equipment. Although an explosion at the base of it wouldn't really...
Yeah, okay.
So that might solve its own problem.
Let's just get rid of all the artifacts.
So what do you guys know about making suicide vests?
Are you
What?
getting?
Nothing.
Are we getting dropped off, or are we driving?
None of us have any good drive, do we?
Ferguson, what did we discuss?
You will have a vehicle.
Are we going to have a driver?
Yes.
Good. Can that be someone skilled,
Um,
please?
yes, they can probably pull someone from Special Forces
That's a yes.
to drive you, but they will stay at the vehicle.
That's
they will
fine.
not go inside. And also, in extreme danger, they will just leave.
Cool.
And by extreme danger, I mean the house goes up in fire and people come out shooting. They're probably going to drive off without you.
Well, that's typical British bravery.
I mean, it does say look for any evidence of occult or Cthulhu practices. I mean, where would you go do that? You would go do it in the study
The
or
basement.
the library.
Okay, you made an assumption. I get that you made an assumption. I did not make that assumption for you. All right, so we're all good. We understand what the plan is here now.
Rebecca's game plan.
Well, we understand what the mission is. You guys, George's plan has yet to be explained, but I'm pretty sure he's going to start with how many sticks of dynamite can I have?
No, Phil has
we
surprised
are
me
not
with the knowledge
taking
of...
explosives on this trip.
Yeah. We're not.
I feel my authority is being undermined.
Wait, are you
Oh,
supposed
I'm
to
sorry.
be in charge of us?
Thanks, Ferguson. That's awesome.
Lady Northcote is our point person for this.
Right. That means she's in front.
Yes, leading you.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna go over very well.
What do you think, Astor?
Just tell me who this bastard is and who we're gonna kill.
I don't think the Frenchman has very much to say on the subject.
I said that in Spanish, by the way.
Okay.
I know Spanish.
I don't care.
Yeah, how do you respond to it then? Because Carlos just laughs when he hears that. That was in character.
I say in Spanish that I heard that.
I slow clap
Bien.
at you.
So
Are we done here?
We've already established that.
I'm waiting
an
on
asshole,
you
so-
guys. Like,
No, that was in character. Are we done here?
Yeah, let's go.
I have no further information to impart unless you have questions.
Lady?
Do you have any questions?
Point us in the right way.
I love how in English, lady, like in American English, lady is such a hateful way to something to say to somebody. But
Lady.
in Britain, it's probably the appropriate way to address it. And I'm not sure if Brian is being a dick.
Oh, the way he said that I think was pretty clear.
But you can't fault me.
Wait. Also, wait, clarification. Is Blake, is he Irish or is he Irish American?
We talked about you being born in Dublin, right?
Yeah, I'm Irish.
So technically, he's a member of the Empire right now. No, he's
Yes, that's
Nope.
why he's going to be
no.
my ex-
Not Dublin.
Ireland's, yeah, no. Ireland is no. I'm sorry.
If he was in Belfast, maybe. In which case, that'd be interesting.
He was born as a British citizen, so he didn't lose that
Oh,
British
okay,
British
got it.
citizenship.
Citizenry.
Yeah, because that would.
But I'm going to be disguised anyways.
But it would also
disguise for Carlos.
It would imply that Blake has some certain ideas about British royalty and nobility.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Okay, I get up and I leave. I go look for my other character.
I go look for myself. Blake takes a deep, hard look at himself.
I go find a mirror.
Questions things that he may or may not have done. So you find Dr. Washington. I'm just assuming that's his name. I'm pretty sure it's John or something Washington.
Yeah.
You find Dr. Washington in in the library that they've kind of set up, one of several rooms they're using for a library because there's too many books to put in one place. He's got several books out in front of him, kind of on a big, heavy table. He's taking notes, and they're kind of overlapping each other, kind of in a semicircle around him.
Dr. Washington,
Yes,
do you have a few minutes to speak to me?
absolutely. What can I help you with?
Don't know how abreast you are of the various missions that sections go on. But I have reason to believe that I will be coming into close proximity to Nefertiti? No.
Nitocris or Nalani, either of those two names.
Who we believe may actually be Nitocris. Are you familiar with this entity at all?
I have read through Weld's less than understandable recollections. I've also talked to a I guess she's not young, a woman from the States that was with him. I'm familiar with their encounter.
Any advice on how I stay alive, or be, no, that's primary. And then also if you have any information about how she might be killed.
It's my understanding there was an item that she put on, an item that was hers that helped to resurrect her. A girdle of some sort. If you can remove that or find a way to suppress its magical abilities, that might be what would save her, or what would not save her, would weaken her.
If you got a girdle,
The best way to not be killed by her is to not go anywhere near her, but that may not be an option.
Well, I suppose I could quit, but that's not really in my nature.
I can probably find I can find an occult text that would teach you how to suppress the abilities of the item. Maybe. I would have to look, though. I think I saw something. I've got notes, but
If you don't have anything else pressing, the party is in. How long until the party?
you guys probably have 3 or 4 days at least.
The party it would be quite soon, so I don't know if you can track it down, and if I have time to learn it. But
I once I find it, I'm pretty sure you can learn it without much trouble.
okay. So if you don't have more pressing work, I would certainly appreciate this opportunity to stay alive and possibly
Oh, yeah.
eliminate this evil.
I'm here for this kind of thing, so that's a big part of my job. Yeah, I can find that and get that set for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Now, you understand that you'll be learning. It's still hard for me to say as a man of science. You'll be learning a spell. You understand that?
Where from do these powers come?
This particular one, if I remember correctly, is in a book about tribes from Africa. It wouldn't be what I would consider connected to the mythos, but it is magic in and of itself. So it'll draw on your personal abilities. It will not cause you to unhinge from this world, but it will pull upon your personal magical ability. Kind of the inner strength that you have.
Okay. So out of character, I think that would not betray.
So out of character, like looking at this, you would be learning something potentially heretical.
If it's coming from me,
Well, but I mean, it'd be like be like learning
How to perform miracles.
a Hindu ritual being Catholic. So it could, you could easily convince yourself that, oh, it all came from God. They just misinterpreted it. But would you is really the question. But it also has absolutely no connection to the mythos, which that's you could also just see that as part of the corruption. So it depends on how your character would justify that in his mind.
Right.
But sometimes also the ends justify the means.
Woohoo.
Well, I mean,
Cliches.
I kill, and that's pretty
Right,
clearly against
right.
the-
What is your POW?
9.
How about you're loud?
You're loud
Holy
as
shoot. My power is 15.
this might be actually pretty taxing on you, Phil. But that's okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions before we get started? Do we want to do anything else?
Visit the armory.
Okay. Yeah, what are you looking for? Grenades? C4?
Yeah, plastics.
Clay mines? Claymores?
Nobel 808.
That's kind of plastic explosive that Phil identified. That would be time appropriate. We'd also be looking at
Tank shells?
no, some of those small handguns that you were describing, and knives. What else?
You should have a knife already, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Can I get an R2D2 knife?
I thought you already have an R2D2 knife.
Sweet.
You just didn't write it down.
You had my character sheet.
That's true. So what kind of explosives are you looking for? Because it's going to be hard for you to conceal these to take them in.
Not if they're plastics.
Aren't they going to have a bulk to them, though?
No, it's like Play-Doh. You can just smooth it out, stick it in
Is
your
that
belt.
appropriate? I don't think that's not appropriate for the time.
Phil looked it up.
Stick it down
No,
to
like
your
Nobel made the first one.
Yeah, but that was
1845.
but those are like sticks of dynamite.
No, he made a plastic explosive. Gelignite. One of the simplest plastic explosives was Nobel's explosive number 808, also known as Nobel 808. Often just called explosive 808 in the British Armed Forces during the Second World War. Had the appearance of green plasticine with the distinctive smell of almonds. During World War II, it was extensively used by the British Special Operations Executive for sabotage missions.
That's the SOE, baby.
Dude. I mean, you hit that so hard on the head that nail ain't ever coming out.
You did. I will give you that.
I'm really proud of you, Phil. That's a great find.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, we can get you small pistols. They're gonna do a D6.
How much does the Nobel?
I'm looking actually for the explosives. They'll have 6 shots in the clip or magazine.
So they're revolvers.
No, they're small
Oh, very small semi-automatics.
automatics. Yeah, or
Yeah.
semi-automatics. Very small automatics. Done. I know they have explosives in here. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Check under ease.
Do we have a magic weapon armory?
Yeah, no.
I want a wand of fireball.
Wait, don't we have some plates from those werewolves?
No. Those were destroyed.
What about the stuff confiscated from Hogwarts?
No joke. 808 is not listed in here. They have standard charges. The 1.5 pound standard charges. I can look these up though. I can probably wing it. When you looked at that, Phil, did it say what kind of explosive capability it had? Did it compare it to another, like to a grenade or something? I don't have a problem giving you guys this. I just want to make sure I'm giving you the right thing.
We can do it cinematically.
Until you like wrap it around some dude's ankle, set it off that way,
Ew.
and then I need to know what kind of damage it does.
Yeah, it pops his ankle off.
Probably his knee.
Yeah.
His femur.
All the way up
Probably just
to
won't
I'd say
be
about his
there.
neck.
Like, I know you can roll damage that's survivable from that.
I mean,
Oh, there goes his head.
I'm more concerned on is it like grenade explosive or like tank shell explosive or like I don't know. I guess it matters.
I don't think it matters if you cover up his poop shoot.
It's true.
So is it is also the explosive used in HESH anti-tank shells.
So it's a matter of
Well, no,
amount.
that it's not because the way. Do you want me to get really pedantic here about how tank weaponry works?
I want to hear about this.
So you're talking about that's a HESH is like HESH, is the acronym, and so there's different ways to penetrate tank armor. It doesn't necessarily matter the explosive force, but whether you've got like a penetrator tip on it, like an armor piercing, right? Like you also hear about like high explosive AP rounds that are armor piercing, but they basically have a big penetrating tip that literally helps
Jam in there.
punch through the armor and then explode. There's also, I think with the HESH rounds, part of it is the idea is that it creates a big explosion on the outside, that it doesn't actually penetrate the armor, but it spalls off the interior, then bounces around and
Okay.
kills the crew and whatnot. So it's not necessarily the size of the explosion, it's whether it's directed
correctly.
and whether you've got a penetrating tip on the warhead.
Okay.
Because there's also a kind that also shoots off like metal jets inside. That's
I would say that you can take enough that you could set off 4 explosives or explosions that would be big enough to take down a section of the house each.
cool.
Or the Stell. Like one of those could take down the Stell. So you'll have 4 sizable explosions.
I've got the detonators and everything.
Yeah, everything you would need.
I'll say they're the size of like.
And you're only going to be able to carry 2.
Okay.
And somebody else will have to carry the other 2, or you can divide them up between the 4 of you,
Sounds great.
or 3 of you, since one of you thinks there's no explosives going along.
I'll have a discussion with
Lady
No.
Northkit.
trying to figure out whether to include Astor in this. Why not?
Okay.
I thought my intentions were clear when I told you in Spanish.
Oh,
Tell
that's
me who
it.
the
That sealed
bastard-
it. Yes.
Yes.
I assumed that you're all grabbing pistols and knives,
I got my R2D2
or
knife.
if you don't already have them, yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys need? Hypothetically, you probably sneak in a grenade each.
So
Hypothetically,
how am I being disguised?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, that's what I was gonna leave up to the department. Like,
I don't know how we would disguise. Blake,
There's
I can
no such
disguise by
thing as
putting a fake
disguises
mustache on him
now?
and some glasses. Carlos is more of the issue.
Just smear some makeup on me. Just have it look real sweaty and gross.
We'll just Phantom of the Opera you, give you a half mask and a cape.
half cape,
Like
quarter
a
cape,
masquerade, right?
quarter cape over
It is
the
not
shoulder.
a masquerade.
We could make you a Spanish dignitary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so if our intention is to ruffle him, then I don't think we hide Carlos at all.
I don't think you hide either of them. If you're not going to hide Carlos, you might as well not hide Blake.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, like, because what is he gonna
We're
do?
known associates.
But is he gonna respond and get pissed off? Like as soon as somebody walks in the door, he can't.
we should come in two different
He's gonna
groups.
You're gonna put him on edge the whole time you're in the battle. The whole time we're in that room, he's gonna be on edge, freaking out.
But he doesn't know you.
That's the goal.
So you should be the lady's escort. Blake and I will go separate.
What is the nature of the invitation? I mean, I don't assume you just have blank invitations. They're just like
Rich people have
admit
parties all
one.
the time for no reason. I think it's just that.
She essentially what would have
she
happened.
Received, like, she got them through the proper channels.
Yeah, what would have happened is he would have sent out a blanket invitation to houses, and she responded back with, "I will be coming. I'll bring other guests."
Arbitrary scenario
we all have
party.
to
My
arrive
father
together.
received them.
Yeah, you would be expected to arrive together and be in a group.
Yes. So you're a guest of Lady Rebecca.
Northkit.
Well, that
Northcote.
complicates things.
Not really.
It does. You guys want to mess up my name?
I don't care.
Well, Avi.
We want to bring great honor
when
to your
you-
name by.
Do you want to say the whole word, or are you just gonna like half it?
We want to bring great honor to your name by slaying dragons in honor of you, my lady Northcutt.
Hmm.
So
Did we
we're
all reconvene? Because I'm out getting the rest of the team together.
the rest of the
So-
B team.
you know what? That is going to be a great place for us to pause for this evening and go to the next episode in about a week. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget, we have other podcasts that are coming out. You can find those over at nerdsdom.com, and we will talk to you guys real soon.
And that will do it for us tonight on the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Remember, you can email us at nerdsdomain@gmail.com or find us over on Facebook and Twitter at facebook.com/nerdsdomain and twitter.com/nerdsdomain. You can also check out our site at nerdsdom.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. We want to thank Passion Nerdly for our music. Don't forget, you can support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain and check out our shirts at TeePublic.